Okay everyone, this last video. This is task 2.3. We are continuing with the same Osborne paper 1. This is in page number 92 in your workbook PDF, and if you are looking at the page number in the workbook, it is page number 48. So 92 or page number 48 in the workbook. This task deals with the preparation of an extended trial balance from advanced bookkeeping. Okay, I already copied the question into the Excel sheet, so there we go. Let's continue and see how to do this task. Now, just as I was finishing the task 2.2, I have noticed that I left one part of the task 2.2 by mistake. Most probably I will discuss that when we are in the class or on Wednesday's lesson, whichever is comfortable, whichever is suitable. Okay, so let's continue with this task 2.3 now. Open the worksheet. So we reopen the worksheet. Some of the information is missing in the extended trial balance in the worksheet called extended trial balance 31st March. So if you look into this extended trial balance 31st March, you can see some information like vehicles, machinery, depreciation on vehicles, depreciation on machinery is not given to you. Okay, so some information is missing. This information is contained in a text file. So what this information is now in a text file. So when I'm sending these sheets to you, I will send you the text file also. Select the second worksheet, sheet 2. Rename this worksheet non-current assets. So we have sheet 2 here. Select this and rename it to non-current assets. Select C2 in non-current assets worksheet and import the downloaded text file called Tutor Zone Practice Assessment 1 Task Text. I changed the file name for this one. It is Osborne Paper 1 Task 2.3 text file from the appropriate location starting at C2. So when you want to import this text file, you actually have to download the text file and save it somewhere on your computer. You cannot import it directly from your email. Okay, so when I send these files to all of you, first download these files, keep it in your email, and then keep it on your desktop or in a USB, and then you download it and upload it into the Excel from that particular location. Okay, so first let me show you how to import the text file into the Excel, and they want to import it from cell C2 in non-current assets worksheet. So we are in non-current asset worksheet. I am highlighting the cell C2 and now I need to import a file. So go to the data tab, and here you have a section called get data. So you can either get data over here and use from other sources and text, which is not here, but you have some information over here, yes, from file and from text. So what the data what you are importing is in a text format. Okay, so that's why when you want to import the data, they did not ask you to copy paste data, so don't copy paste from the text file into the Excel. What they want you to import the data, because sometimes you may have large data stored in some different places. So rather than copy pasting the data, you can import the data into the Excel, so it will stay there permanently as if it is a part of an Excel file. Okay, so importing the data, you go to the data tab, get data from file, and the file format is a text file, so you can say from text from here or you can say from text from here. Both of them will work on the same way. So get data from file from text. Now it will ask you to select the location of the file. If you save this file on your desktop, it will be easier for you to find it. Okay, but for me my file is in the USB, so I'll go to my USB and try to locate the file. When I'm sending these files to you, I will send these files to you together, so download everything and save it on your USB. It will be easier for you to find it. So there we go, Osborne Paper 1 Task 2.3 text file. Select it and say import. Okay, so this is the data. We don't have to change anything, just say load. Even though you asked you to do it in cell C2 onwards, it pasted over there. So just highlight them and drag them to cell C2. It's not doing that. Control X in C2, Control V. So at least it will be in the location which they wanted you to paste it. So don't worry why it is coming over there. You can just drag and drop it into C2, or you can copy paste it into C2. So we copied all the data what we need, the vehicles at cost, machinery at cost, depreciation vehicles and depreciation machinery, and their values. So the text file has been downloaded and imported into your Excel file. Let's see what do we need to do next. And it also created into a new sheet rather than doing it in this sheet. Okay, sorry, I did not notice that. Control X into this new sheet. That's it. Sometimes we have to take some shortcuts. Let's continue what is happening after this. Use copy and paste link to copy each of the amounts for vehicles at cost, machinery at cost, depreciation and depreciation machinery into the extended trial balance in columns B and C. So they want you to copy and paste this link into the extended trial balance. First, copy the cost of the assets. These are debit values, so we'll go into column B, paste link. So right click, paste special and paste link. Then depreciations or credit, because these are accumulated depreciations. Okay, they did not mention to you that, but they did not say depreciation charge. They said depreciation vehicles, depreciation machinery. So when they use different individual names of the assets, that is accumulated depreciation, which goes on the credit side of the extended trial balance, in the trial balance. Paste special and paste link. So now the depreciations have been copied. In the extended trial balance, format all currency cells to accounting style in whole numbers and no decimal places. Make sure the contents of all cells can be clearly seen. So format all the numbers in accounting style and no decimal places. Format cells, accounting style and no decimal places. Sorry. What is happening? Done. Accounting style means it's not showing any currency sign and it is not showing any decimal places, but you have 1000 separators everywhere. Then make sure contents of the cells are clearly seen. Select your whole cell, whole data, and auto fit column width. Yep, that is fine. Just reduce this one a little bit. Now every data is clearly seen, all the headings are clearly seen. Then insert total formula at the bottom of the columns B and C in row 39. In row 39, they want you to insert a formula for total. So equal to sum. Let's see where is this starting from. Copy the same formula into the next cell also. And you can see these two are matching, which means our trial balance is accurate. In row 40, at the bottom of columns C, E and G and I, insert a formula to show balanced if the debit and credit side balance and calculate the difference between them if they do not. Not all columns will balance at this stage. So in row 40, they want you to put a formula everywhere in C, E, then G and then I to show balanced if the debit and credit totals balance. But the difference if these two totals do not balance. But they very clearly told that not all of them will balance at this stage, so don't worry about that. Okay, so equal to formulas, logical, if the debit value is equal to the credit value, then we say balanced. But if it is not, they want you to calculate the difference between these two. So that will be the debit value minus the credit value. So if they are balanced, it will show balanced. But if it is not balanced, it will show the difference between both the totals. So that's why we are subtracting them. Say OK. This one is balanced. Copy the formula into E, which is also balanced, and into G, and into I. Now these two are showing a difference, but that is understandable because we haven't entered the profit yet. Let's continue. That is the A part of the question completed. In the B part of the question, they are telling you the extended trial balance was constructed badly by a person who has since left the business. The correct figure for the profit for the year has been calculated as 590,061. Insert this into the relevant cells in the extended trial balance. So they did not tell you where the profit will go. You will have to know that it needs to go into the relevant cells. So profit goes on the debit side in the SPL, and the profit figure is 590,061. So 590,061. And in the SYFP, it goes on the credit, because when the business makes profit, the liability or the capital increases. So on the credit. So we entered the profit in both the cells. Even after entering the profit, these two cells are not balancing. So that means there must be some mistake somewhere. So let's see what is the next question. There are 3 remaining errors in the last 4 columns of the extended trial balance, so the columns cannot balance. Using your relevant knowledge of accounting and spreadsheets, locate the errors, correct them, so the contents of G40 and I40 will show balanced. So there are 3 errors they are telling you. So let's see what are those 3 errors. So we need to find out these 3 errors. First one, as I can see over here straight away, depreciation expense. Depreciation expense or depreciation charge should be in SPL, but here it is in SYFP. So that is one mistake I can see. So delete it from there and bring it into the SYFP. Sorry, into the SPL. One mistake. I am just changing the color so that I know this is one of the mistakes which I have corrected. Then let's look for one more mistake anywhere else. Over here, rent and rates. Rent and rates, this is debit, adjustment is on the credit, which means that they should be subtracted, but here they have added it. Okay, so when the adjustment is on the credit side and the original value is on the debit side, you need to subtract it, but here it is been added. So delete it, change it, 79,535 minus 4,582. So that value is corrected now. Highlight that also. Now you can see SPL is balanced, but SYFP is still not balanced. Okay. All the values are entered correctly according to my knowledge. Bank, cash, SLCA, prepayments, vehicles, machinery, accumulated depreciation. Values are correct. They have been added. Yep. Value added tax, PLCA, allowance for doubtful debts adjustment. Accruals, everything is fine. Only thing here is a mistake in a total, because this is 30,461 and you can see your bank is also 30,461. So there is a mistake in the totaling, I think, because the figures over here started from H9 onwards, But in the formula, if you see the sum formula, they only did from H10 onwards. So the bank figure was missing when they were doing the totals. So change this from H9 onwards and press enter, and you can see this is also balanced. Okay, so we found out 3 errors, and all the 3 errors have now been corrected, and now you can see it is showing balanced everywhere. Format the 3 collected cells with green fill and bold blue font, keeping the accounting style. So they want you to change it to green fill and bold blue font. So green fill and bold blue font. Right click, format cells, green fill and bold blue font. Okay, that's done. Explain the 3 errors that you found by writing your answer in the boxes in column K. They want you to explain the errors, the 3 errors. So the first error, you can see rent and rates adjustment was added instead of subtraction. Then explanation for error 2, depreciation expense is an expenditure. Should be in SPL, not in SOFP. The last one was a mistake in the sum. The bank amount was omitted while totaling the debit column of the SOFP. Correct. Sorry, we don't need to write that. So whatever the 3 errors we corrected, we explained them using a brief description, but if you want, you can write more about it. That's up to you. But very often now with the current papers, this type of written work is not going to be there for you. Set the page to print in landscape over 2 pages. 1 page for the extended trial balance and 1 for the error explanations. Ensure all information can be read when printed. Now we want to make sure we set it up. Okay. So file, print, page setup, landscape. Okay, let's see how is it coming first. Okay, let's see. Okay. So if you see statement of financial position, only the debit column is coming, and then everything is going into different pages. What they want is all the extended trial balance in one sheet and only the adjustments in the other sheet. Okay, so let's page set it up to fit 2 pages tall and 1 page wide. Let's see. No, I think I need to do it the other way around. 2 pages wide and 1 page tall. Okay. No, still not coming. We'll look into this later, guys. Okay, somehow it's not getting fitted. There should be some other option what we can do. Can't think of it at the minute, so we'll look into this later. Custom scaling. Everything is coming in one page, but not into 2 pages how they told you. So let's just leave it into 1 page for time being. Landscape and fit to 1 page wide and 1 page tall. Okay, so everything is coming in 1 page at least, so leave it at that. Ensure all information can be read when printed. So if you go to File, Print, let's just see the preview. You can see the preview. All the account names are coming, all the information and headings are coming, all the totals and balance is coming, and the explanation of the errors is also coming. So everything can be clearly read and seen. So that's the B part of the question completed. And that's finished. At the end of the task, you will have one spreadsheet which will have 2 worksheets, title, extended trial balance and non-current assets. So we have the extended trial balance and the non-current assets. Now this section which I taught you, the importing of the text file, comes a lot for all of you in your examinations. So you have to remember this very carefully. First, the text file has to be downloaded, saved somewhere which is easy to access. Then go to the data tab, get data from file and from text, or else from text directly from here. When you do that, sometimes it may not go into the same location where you want it to. It may create a new sheet and put it over there. So if like that happens, just cut that paste data from there and put it into the new spreadsheet, into the sheet where you want the data to go, and remove the original spreadsheet. Okay, so as long as you can do that into this particular sheet which they asked you to do, it is fine. Okay, thank you everyone for this.